Cool. Well, everybody, thanks for joining us. Thanks for being patient as we work through some technical difficulties. As you can tell, Vosk/Seal is unable to join us tonight. He couldn't be here tonight, so we're going to do something a little different. We're going to step away from the campaign we've been doing, and we're going to do a little flashback episode for you. But before I get in trouble, I'm going to do the intro that I'm supposed to do for the podcast.
Okay.
Welcome to Tabletop Galaxy, an actual play podcast using the Star Wars role-playing game by Fantasy Flight Games. You're listening to Broken Space, a campaign utilizing the Edge of the Empire source books and featuring two groups that affect the shared storyline, except that today is a little different. This is a flashback episode of the Second Sunrise and her crew. So, real quick, why don't we go around and introduce ourselves, who we're playing, how to find us on the internet, and specifically Twitter, because everybody, Nick got a Twitter. Yeah.
I did it.
So he's famous. Yeah, so I'm Steven. I'm Space Dungeon Master. On the Twitters, I'm at @the_bad DM. I'm also DM of Not Quite Heroes podcast and the up-and-coming Feyforge Academy. Yeah, Niffer.
I'm Niffer at NifferNiff. I'm playing Ono Elakemi, and her name is becoming more and more appropriate. I picked it as a joke, saying, oh no, and now I've said oh no about 1 billion times. So, yeah, she is a Twi'lek, she is a colonist, and she is a politico, her career and specialization. And this, I think, is how she got her start tonight. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And
Do the Niffer, okay. Yeah, this is how
I need one of those
Ellie's
right now.
going.
I think I finally got the stream going right.
Yeah, it looks
And
great.
I think we all got it at the same time this time.
I am Nick. I'm a member of Roll Initiative, which you can find at Initiative Roll on Twitter. But most importantly, as Steven said, I now have my own Twitter at Lizard King Nick, and I am playing Kane McAllister. I'm a human hired gun, and we about to find out how I get connected with Ellie
Mm-hmm.
And Zarko.
and Zyka.
He's in there too.
He hadn't introduced himself yet. I didn't want to spoil it.
Hey everyone, I am Gregory Festo, found on Twitter at Gregory Festo. I'm also on YouTube, 1N20DND. And you probably know me already as Zarko Cruz if you've been watching our streams here. I am playing a human scout, and he is an explorer, of course. That's his, it's explorer scout. That's it. And we're going to find out how he got his ship. I mean, our ship.
It's Zarko's ship.
It's my ship, our ship.
All right, yeah.
Everyone's true motivations are revealed right now.
Yeah, so we're gonna go back in time a little bit, which means, spoiler alert, nobody's gonna die.
That's my favorite part.
Which might not be true in our next episode.
It doesn't mean we won't get like horribly injured.
Yeah. So we're gonna see how it plays out. Because it's based on backstory that we've already written a little bit, it might be a little bit more narrative and less dice rolly. And I'm going to leave a lot up to the players. I normally write like 27 pages of notes before every session, and I only have one.
Oh, you're robbing it tonight.
Yeah, I am. I still wrote more in my opening paragraph than he has on his notes, which speaks to his incredibly amazing abilities as a DM.
Love you, Rob.
But, yeah. So we open on Coruscant. If you're familiar with the Star Wars galaxy, it's a city planet. It's the center of the Old Republic, the Empire. It's where the government takes place when the Imperial Senate was happening. That's where it was based out of. The old Jedi Temple is there. It is the core world of the core worlds. and it's an enormous city planet. There's layers and layers of it. And so here we meet Zarko, or excuse me, not Zarko. We meet Kane McAllister. And Kane, where would you probably be hanging out looking for a job?
Probably in the local tavern.
Yeah.
Like looking at waiting for the job board to be posted.
Yeah. Okay, so you're in just kind of a local watering hole, if you will.
Yeah, it's probably a little seedier.
Yeah.
I'm not looking.
Yeah, there's
for
like a fist fight. There's a couple of Trandoshans just like beating each other, and everybody's like, whatever. There's a few people placing bets on it, even though it was just spontaneous. And you see, sitting in a booth across the way, you see a I don't know what species do you want him to be?
He's a Rhodian.
A Rhodian? Okay.
Yeah.
You see a Rhodian. It's a red Rhodian, big eyes, fairly well dressed, enough to show that he's got some importance in here. Not so much to be like, oh, you're way out of place. And you would recognize this guy as a person who provides bounties. And his booth opens up. And he looks at you and kind of nods for you to head over.
I'll walk over with my beer. I have a beer.
Yeah.
I have a space beer.
Space beer's best beer.
Corellian ale.
Corellian ale.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'll sit down at the table. Evening.
Kane, I've been waiting for you. Got a job. It's not guild exclusive, and I know you're independent.
Those are the kind of jobs I'm always after. What are you thinking?
Well, let me show you. And he takes out a little puck and slides it over and turns it on, and you see this little holographic image of a young purple Twi'lek spinning around. Ono Elikami is the name.
Oh, come on, be serious. This one's just a child.
It's 20,000 credits.
He spits a little of his beer out. 20,000 credits for the child?
Yeah.
No, you have to be kidding me.
I'm not. She got herself in a bit of trouble.
What'd she do?
Well, let's say it involved a ship and somebody who didn't want it to go away. And with that, we're going to cut.
And a dog.
To Zarko and Ellie. You are in a cockpit. The cockpit of the, what did you call it? The Socorro Sunset?
Yep.
Mm-hmm. An old excess stock light freighter. And Ellie, you are in your father's garage. There's probably, just from where you can see in this cockpit, you can probably see 15 or 20 other ships. All, I mean, it's like Jay Leno's garage, right? It's just classic car, classic ships all over the place. But you're not just sitting in there.
Nope.
Right? What are you doing in that cockpit?
Trying to get it to work and turn on.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
And what you can hear around you is you hear klaxons.
Oh no!
Kind of starting to blare, and you, as you guys have been trying to start.
Are we both in this ship?
Uh-huh.
Oh, okay.
You're in the cockpit.
So, all right. I think this ought to do it. Wait.
You think?
This ship is a little different than what I'm used to.
Yeah, and as you start it up, as you try to start it up, you know that scene when the Millennium Falcon's not quite working right?
Uh-huh.
You got that going on. So the engines sputter, and then cut out.
Oh, that's not good.
And your dashboard is just like red lights flashing at you.
Is there like, you know how the Millennium Falcon just has like that hard drive like hanging out that you can like plug a droid into or something? Like, I want to look because I know that like the hyperdrive like legitimately has a droid hooked up to it. Can I go look for the droid and try and talk to the droid?
Yeah, absolutely. And we're going to pause because I forgot to do something, and we're going to do our destiny rolls.
Okay. I don't want to. I'm afraid.
I believe in you.
Okay.
So apologies. I'm still learning this system, and I'm used to just jumping into stuff with D&D. And
Right.
There's
We're good.
beginning of the episode stuff that I forget to do.
So we're doing our
Look.
destiny pool.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Who? Again with the black. I don't understand.
We got Zarko with one dark side.
One dark side point.
Look, this episode, like this storyline, is a hot mess, and it's okay.
No.
Shane McAllister with a dark side.
I don't want to roll now. I'm afraid.
Come on, Ellie, you got this.
Ellie with two dark sides. Excuse me while I open up to the dark side section of my rule book.
We need seal bat.
You know what, though? It's so on brand so far. This is awesome. Hey, we're consistent. Consistency is really important.
Let's see here.
No.
Oh,
Oh no. Oh no.
The other thing we need to do is a destiny roll. And I already talked to the group about this. We're going to do it a little bit differently. Or obligation, excuse me. We just did destiny. I talked to the group earlier about this before we started the stream. We're going to do actually just a straight roll off because someone's obligation is going to get rolled in this episode. And it's going to determine basically the final scene. So we're going to do just a D100 roll off between Kane and Ellie.
Great.
Do it.
And,
Nick, do you want 1 through 50 or do I?
No, higher
Never gets the higher number.
is whose obligation roll.
Oh no, we have to actually roll it ourselves. Oh no.
Oh, we're rolling at the same time on 3?
I mean, yeah.
Okay, hang on. Okay, 1,
2,
2, 3.
3.
Oh.
I mean, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry, but
All right.
This might work out perfectly, though. I have to say.
We got Ellie with a 61 and Kane with an 87. So Kane's obligation is going to come up later tonight.
hey, for once it's not me.
All right. So real quick, just taking a quick glance over, using destiny points.
I want to be dark, okay? I work for an evil mob right now. I have the dark points.
Yeah.
Right?
No, you're escaping a mob.
Fine.
So yeah, you can absolutely, just to reset that, you guys are trying to figure out what's wrong with the ship. You can absolutely go talk to the droid that is plugged into that is like hardwired into your hyperdrive.
I want to see if that can work.
And Zarko, you are welcome to make a basic mechanics check.
Mechanics or piloting?
This I would say mechanics.
Mechanics to get it working.
Just to figure out what's going on and if you can get it working.
Do you have the pool set? So.
I do. I do not.
Okay.
Now I do.
Okay, let me make sure mine's clear on this end. Yes, good to go. All right. Here we go. Mechanics. I'm actually all right at mechanics. Fingers crossed. Ooh, 2 success and an advantage.
Okay.
2 and 1.
You notice a couple things.
I got this, Ellie. Just stay calm.
As you kind of look, there's a whole section of the panel that's dead, almost like there's like a breaker out or something that's shorting out part of the system.
Okay.
You also kind of, as you were going through things, you notice just like the thrusters, that there's something like wedged in it. It's jammed, like whether it hasn't been used in, I don't know, 2,000 years or something.
That bitch,
and there's also something flashing about power couplings to the
all right,
hyperdrive drive, whatever, I forgot what those are called. The sublight engine.
Sublight, yes. Okay. All right. Wait. So wait. There's some couplers out. We got to get the sublights back on, and then we can get out of here.
Okay. How do I do that?
And as that's happening, I'm going to spend a dark side point. Did that work? Yeah. And you kind of from the cockpit, you can see there's like the main hangar exit is straight ahead of you. To the right, there's like another hangar door, and you see that open up, and there's like 6 guards, and they start setting up what looks like two sorts of like turrets.
Oh, that's not good.
And over the comm link, you hear specifically, "Now, Ellie, think very carefully about what you're about to do." And you would recognize that as your father.
Oh, thanks, Daddy. I'm very specifically going to ignore that.
I cut the comm link.
Good. Yes, thank you.
I have no idea who that was, but they didn't sound very happy.
Maybe my father. How can I help?
Oh, great.
Sublights, okay? Is it going to be more help if I go and connect those, or would you like me to take care of those things? And I point out the window towards those things. The things being set up.
Yeah. Let me take care of the sublight drives, and I'm gonna hook it to the couplers.
Okay. Yeah. So you run. You're gonna try to? What are you doing, Ellie?
I'm trying to debate. I don't remember what weapons do we have on this ship.
I think it's got double guns,
it's
guns,
got some stuff.
if I remember.
Because I'm trying to debate, do I want to go for that and pull out the big guns right away and be the first person to make a fight roll on our ship? Or do I want to just go chuck stuff off of the landing ramp?
I am going to say, while you're doing this, we should probably just roll for initiative real quick.
Oh, good.
With
do we have
vigilance, because you're in the midst of a heist.
Okay.
And I'm going to remember how to do this on
boring conversation anyways. That's right.
We're getting them.
All right, combat vigilance. 3 successes.
Yeah, I have a success and then I have 2 advantage.
All right, and then we're going to do...
Okay, well, at least we're doing something. No.
And 2. Okay, and the 2 different groups of minions got, what did they get? Oh
No.
3 successes. So because of the threat, they'll go after Zarko. So 3 successes and a threat, and then a success and an advantage for the other group. It'll go PC, NPC, PC, NPC.
Okay.
Alrighty. So.
Get those sublight engines up, Zarko.
I'm working on it. Yeah, so I'm gonna haul butt to the couplers that the warning system said was disconnected, and try to figure out how and why they're not connected.
Yeah. Why don't you? Well, I'll just say for the sake, it's actually fairly obvious. It looks like there's just a few things that aren't connected. Like it just hasn't been used in a long time. But
they didn't want the battery to drain.
Yeah. But as you run by, the hyperdrive is in the same area where sublight engines are. And this little astromech droid just kind of chirps up. You hear the little whistling and stuff. And on the screen, you see it translate exactly. Thank you, Nick. You see it translate.
That was me.
Oh, so he moved away from his mic right as that noise happened, so I just assumed it was him. And you see on the screen, do you even know what you're doing?
Yeah. Just keep it quiet for now, unless you're going to be helpful. And I'm going to, connect the couplers. And
So roll. Give me one more mechanics check.
Okay.
It'll just be average difficulty.
Failure to advantage.
Okay.
So the advantage is maybe that the astromech actually does tell me what I'm doing wrong. And maybe I shock myself as I'm doing it or something.
Yeah, I'm good with that. That you kind of shock yourself. Why don't you take a strain for shocking?
Sure.
Yeah,
bet.
I'm trying to use that more. And the astromech says, "You're gonna fry all of us if you do it like that." It's the upper input. That's where that wire goes, and the other one goes right below it.
This. And I'm looking.
Oh, geez, you're hopeless.
Okay.
So then we have a group of.
I've never hotwired one of these before. They were always in perfect working condition when I used them. I don't
I'm
understand.
sorry, this is the best I could do.
And
At least it's a pretty ship.
they are. Shoot, I had it open. And you see, Ellie, are you still in the cockpit?
Yeah.
Yeah. So you see them setting up a. There we go.
Oh yeah, that should have been. You know what Rob mentioned? There should have been 4 successes for the. There shouldn't have been any
Negative dice.
negative dice.
Oh, because I forgot to clear the pool.
Technically, they should have gone before me, so we can retcon that.
Nah, it's fine.
We are good to each other apparently here.
Yeah, I'm okay with my errors benefiting you.
Thanks.
That's just like a
Thank
general
you.
philosophy of mine. I have to remember to clear the pool though. So you see as they get this heavy repeating blaster set up on this tripod, and starts shooting at your ship. And
Oh god.
Stop blowing holes in my ship.
That's sorry.
Your dad's gonna be pissed at that.
My dad already is pissed. That's the problem.
No, but he's gonna be. They're gonna be lose their jobs. They should know better.
No, they shouldn't.
How do I? There it is.
That's the trouble with hired guns.
I hired you.
And that will be
Fair point.
boom.
I mean,
I forgot to put a difficulty on there because I don't know what I'm doing.
it had medium difficulty.
Oh, it did?
Hey, what's up, Neofet?
Hey.
Awesome.
Save
okay,
us.
so 1 hit and
Somebody.
1 advantage. So that does a total of 16 damage would be to a person. To a ship,
Big yikes.
that is essentially, it is 1 damage. So the ratio of what weapons do to a person scales differently to a ship. So 10 points of regular blaster damage is
Per
per
Okay.
1.
Okay,
Okay.
and is that's to the hull?
Ship combat.
Yeah.
Or that's not ship strain, right?
No, that's to the whole, I believe. But
Do we have a?
yeah, the
yes,
second
we do.
sunrise is up there.
Yes, we do. I got it. All right. Does it
Awesome.
actually
You
have
wanna
the
track the
strain
ship?
and everything on there? It does.
Do we
So
want
that
to
was hull
Nick,
trauma.
do
One
we want
hull
to make Nick
trauma.
do the
Okay.
ship?
Okay. No. Oh yeah.
Yep.
Well, Nick could do it or whatever.
Yep.
Nick be the sassy droid.
And for the advantage that they get, I'm going to say that the loading ramp kind of where it hit just kind of starts to pop open a little bit.
Oh,
It's not all the way. You couldn't fit someone in there.
This is how the quirk started.
yeah. And we never got a good seal on the loading ramp again.
Now it just doesn't like to go down right.
Ellie, it is your turn.
I want to cry. Furthermore, can I are there weapons that I can control from inside the cockpit, or do I need to go somewhere else in the ship?
Oh, the weapons aren't added in here.
Sweet. That means I get 10s on everything, right?
Yeah, totally.
Cool.
Um,
This means I can use my space puppy macro that I made that gives damage, hella, critical, all of it. Encumbrance, none.
Sorry, I'm looking up the YT.
Good deal. I also gave the puppy the qualities vicious 20, if that helps.
Yeah, totally.
Mm-hmm.
That seems YT 24.
Reasonable. Definitely.
YT 1300. Is the YT 2000 in the main rulebook?
I think it's from one of the other
know.
books. Because
No,
it's from Age of Rebellion, right? Because it's the old
Yeah. I
it's
don't
the
have that.
throwback ship.
So for the sake of tonight, we're gonna use the YT 1300.
Good deal.
Sure, that's fine.
That's
We adapt.
or
and
at least
it's
the
fine.
weapons. We'll use the weapons.
Good deal.
But
I
I will
found
say,
the
you know what? Han shoots from the cockpit, so sure.
Okay.
The auto defense he did, but that was an upgrade.
Yeah, they usually.
Then you have to go to the turret, the lower turret.
Good deal. I will head to the lower turrets. I'm gonna make sure like the comm speakers to like the loudspeakers out to the docking area are on before I leave, and then I'm gonna like go down, and I'm just gonna like take a shot like right. Like I'm not going to actively aim for one, and I really don't want to wreck up the infrastructure of this building because we need to get out of it. But I want to do essentially like a warning shot, and then I want to yell and intimidate them of, I highly recommend that you don't do that because my gun is bigger than yours.
Okay. Why don't you roll? Intimidation is a skill in this game, right?
I think
Coercion?
I'm fairly confident it is.
I have coercion.
there's
Yeah, go with coercion. That
Sweet. Is the dice pool ready? Please tell me it's not hard.
And I'm going to, because of the gun, I'm going to give you a boost die.
Thank you.
Oh, not upgrade. Yeah, give you that. But I will say they are. It's going to be hard difficulty because they are trained Black Sun operatives.
Uh-huh.
And they know the wrath of your family.
Okay, well, I'm part of my family, so feel it. That didn't sound very intimidating. I tried. All right, am I good to go?
It's set, yeah.
Hooah!
All of those dice and just
All
one
it needs
success.
is
One success.
That's all we need.
That's all you get. So yeah, you kind of shoot out these blaster bolts are just enough around them, and you see that other group. I'm gonna say they drop it, like they like knock over their repeating blaster that they're setting up, and all kind of dive for cover. And you see them kind of looking back and forth between the other group that has their gun set up and them. And it is their turn, and they are going to. One of them is going to go and start trying to set the other gun up, and you see the other two just running away.
I'm so good at that.
So now there is a group of 3 and a group of 1.
Absolutely.
And over to Zarko.
Yo, what can I do?
Get the ship going.
I mean, did the couplers get fixed?
No, you still have to. You'll still have to roll, though. You'll get a boost die for it.
Okay.
From your advantage.
All right. Let's try this way. 2 success, 2 advantage.
All right. So yeah, you get it plugged in, and because you've already had the power on the ship, you hear them, and the power starts to course through the ship, and you feel like it's starting to get.
We're making progress, Ellie.
That sounds better.
The other group, one of the guys splits off and starts helping the single one try to set up his repeater, and they take another shot at you.
Not my ship. Not my baby.
I am going to, because they're reacting to that like warning shot you gave them, I'm going to give them whatever the black die is supposed to be called. And shooting at the ship.
Oh no.
Okay. 4 failures and an advantage.
What does that even translate to?
I don't know.
Yeah,
let's
a bad
work through
one.
that.
They shoot the other gun.
The black die is called a setback die. Thank you, Rob.
Thanks,
Rob.
Yeah, you see a ship next to you, just like
Oh no!
like blow up, and it's like it's gonna make maneuvering out of this hangar a little bit more complicated as it like kind of collapses like underneath and in front of you and bangs into your ship.
Right.
It doesn't seem, you don't think it causes any structural damage, but it's just gonna be annoying.
You're just gonna hear over the speakers like, "Huh, Dad liked that one better than this one, so you're in trouble now."
Stop!
But
Stop marking up our ship.
You got power back.
All right. As soon as power backs,
Punch it.
bolting to the
Okay.
back to the cockpit.
All right. The other two, or Ellie, it's over to you now. Excuse me.
Oh, sweet. Can I do anything to get that other ship off? Like, if it's already broken, I might as well just shoot it, like, twist around and try and get that off of our hull.
Sure.
If it's already wrecked, I mean...
Why not? I'm going to...
It's just a ship, it's not people. I'm trying to turn over a new leaf of not killing people, so, like, yeah. I'll try that.
I'm going to say...
I'm sorry that I come up with creative solutions to
I love it.
That make it hard for you.
I think the difficulty is going to be hard because just because you're using a blaster to try to like do something that's a little more delicate.
Yep. I didn't say it was going to work. I just said I wanted to try.
But it is set, and you are using.
What am I using?
A turret-mounted medium laser cannon.
I don't have a weapon for that.
Yeah, just roll. So you're going to roll your gunnery stat.
Oh, okay. Do we want me doing that? Not really, but here goes. 2 failures and an advantage.
It doesn't really move. It shifts a little bit.
I was really hoping I would get 3 disadvantage, so it could be knocked prone. But whatever.
You would be knocked prone.
Oh.
The other group of minions is gonna shoot at the ship again. I lost the sheet.
Even now that you have 2 screens?
Yep. Seriously, where did it go? Oh, there it is.
Okay, but let it be known, I shot the first gun on the ship, so ha! Oh no.
So that is 16 more damage, which will do. That'll end up being with where you were before. That'll be 2 whole points total. I think the first one did 16 or 15 or 16 as well.
Yeah, it did 16 as well.
So it'll round up to 2. So you will have. So you guys can feel this
3 total. I don't like that.
Kind of smashing into the ship. And Zarko, it's your turn.
That wasn't good. Have I made it back to the cockpit?
Yeah, you're back in the cockpit.
All right, I slide into the seat, spin around, and just jam on the. Well, the engines are fired up already.
Yep, the engines are fired up.
Okay, so I swing around in the seat. I'm going to ease back on the vertical lift.
Okay.
So that the ship is just going to rise up gently and hopefully, I know I got to compensate for this other ship now. Mm-hmm. And then, are the doors open?
The big doors?
Yes.
You currently do have an exit.
Okay.
Oh, good.
So I'm just gonna, I think Zarko.
Go. Just go.
Yeah, Zarko sits down in the chair and does one of these kind of things. He's well, here goes nothing, and then just does what he thinks he's supposed to do.
Okay. So if you remember, the thruster control was jammed. So I'm going to make this a hard piloting maneuver. And then there's also been a short that hasn't been addressed yet, separate from the power coupling. So I'm going to throw in a setback die.
Okay. Oof, this could be bad.
And
I should probably do the fix the short first.
And actually, I'm going to do a second setback die because that other ship is still kind of on you. So it's a pretty difficult maneuver that you're trying to do to get out of there rushed.
All right.
So this is going to be tough.
Can we use the light side point?
Yeah.
Gregor, do we want to?
I mean, it'd probably be better for me to just do another, like a last checklist kind of okay, can we do this? And maybe.
What else do we need?
You're right.
Well, if you were looking, so if you come in and you're looking, you would still see that there's a section shorted out on the control panel.
All right, so I'm just about to pull back on the thrusters, and I'm like, wait a minute. I got to deal with this. So I'm going to try to figure out what's going on with that short.
Okay. So give me lots of mechanics checks to get this
I
ship,
know, it's all
this,
good.
this old ship up and running.
I think I know what I need to do for my.
This is why we took so many skills and
Or I
mechanics
should be
later.
putting in some experience at some point. All right,
Yep,
so
it's set.
mechanics. It's set. All right, here we go. Come on, baby. Oh, it didn't click. All right, there
You've
we go.
been in this ship for 10 minutes.
Oh,
Four
yeah.
success, 2 threat.
Dang.
I think again. I'm like shot. I just keep like zapping myself.
All right, you want to take some strain for it again?
Yeah, I mean,
As you like,
unless you have something better, but I just feel like that's like
my thought was that the bay doors start closing.
Oh, okay. Fine. Okay, I go, Ellie, I don't think this ship likes me, and we might have a problem.
I'm swinging the turret and I look and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah, and that is over to their turn. They're just going to take another shot. Just keep blasting away at this. And boop. Okay. I'm going to say for these two, so it's a success and 2 threats. They're something about they haven't like even let off the trigger on this repeating blaster, and something about the kickback in it, like it knocks it off its tripod. Though it does take 16 more basic damage, which should be 1 more whole point.
So we're up to
4.
4.
4. Okay. Thanks for taking care of that, Nick. I appreciate it. But I got that one. All right.
And Niffer, it is your turn.
All right, I'm gonna swing my little turret around, and do I know where the controls are for closing the doors?
Sure.
I aim for that.
Yeah.
And try and be like,
Okay.
oh no, you don't.
That's a small target, so I'm going to make that hard.
Cool.
But yeah, give me a gunnery check. See what happens.
Ooh.
You get an
I'm so
advantage.
bad at this.
You get an advantage. What do you want to use that for?
Thanks all of the roasting going on in group chat right now. I want to distract the people on the gun to like realize that I'm like starting to aim for stuff, and so they'll like start targeting like either directly me and not like the entire ship. Like I want them to just stop blowing holes in my ship. Thanks, Jack Sparrow.
Okay.
So I want to either like distract them to like have them look at what I'm trying to fire, or just like realize that I'm directly down there. Like I don't know.
Maybe you just keep pulling the trigger as you start moving to aim. It's like,
yeah, I'll say on the next group's check that they make, they're gonna keep shooting.
Great, thanks.
But I'm gonna throw in a setback dice as they're like kind of ducking out of the way. Like,
that works.
And I will say, you also hear Ellie, my dear, pushing through. Even though you tried to shut down your comm systems, it's like pushing through.
I thought I turned that thing off. Clack.
Why don't we just talk about this? I can get you something new, something nice.
Oh no. Oh no. I was not prepared for this. I'm ignoring him. Like I don't want to have this conversation. Like I wouldn't know what to say. I don't want to have this conversation. So I'm not gonna say
no
anything.
response.
No. I pull the gun louder.
So another round of blaster fire from one of the groups with that setback die in there. Why
Didn't do much.
happen?
2 threat.
2 threats. Yeah, I'm gonna say they're all this firing kind of they pull their gun off too, and they're gonna have to spend some time getting it back on. But a few more seconds pass waiting for a response, and then you hear, much colder. Ellie, you've made your choice. And then just silence. And Zarko, it's your turn. You see these big blast doors shutting.
Okay.
Can we make it?
All right. So, like, one more final check. I'm like, all right. The engine's running. That control panel's back online. I think I got it. I think I got it.
No, what are you waiting for?
All right. Here goes nothing. All right. I'm going to try piloting this sucker.
Mm-hmm. Pool set for you.
I'm afraid. I'm so afraid.
2 success, 1 threat.
Okay.
Hey, we have liftoff.
Get through those doors. They're closing. You've got to go now.
Yep. So you push through that jam thruster. You basically like force it like it's some old rusty thing. And as you fly through, you feel a nice contact with the door.
Oh, no.
Can I throw something in?
Yeah.
So the ship comes up off the floor, right? Rises up, 5 feet, whatever, a few meters off the floor, and then the lights go off for 23 seconds, and we're both like, I didn't do it. I don't know what happened. And then they click back on, and we're like, shoom, right out the door. But we scraped the heck out of the ship on the way out.
Right as we coast through the doors, I'm just gonna say see you never, father, and then get out. Right.
This is not in the rule set, but I'm just gonna roll a
Sure, why not?
D4.
Okay.
Yes, system strain.
And yeah, you guys, your ship
That's
takes
valid.
3 strain.
That's valid.
And the last thing before we cut, and I have to go put a kid to sleep. Is in Ellie. You make it back into the cockpit with Zarko. You feel like you guys at least escaped the compound. It doesn't seem like anything's chasing you at the time. But on the console, a little hologram pops up of your face with a bounty underneath it.
Already?
He hasn't had a backup on every single one of his relatives ready to go.
And then the last thing you see as you guys are flying out, flying actually into the bay.
Oh no.
Or kind of waiting. You see an exotic Lancer Clap Pursuit class, though it's very unique looking. It's not one you've ever seen. It's got this sleek black design with green tech flashing across the sides. The ship looks brand new. It gleams like it's never been flown. And you briefly see what you think is a blemish on the side of the hull, but it's like there's droids working on it as it's kind of flying in, and it clears it real quick. And you see the name, the Screaming Korkin, emblazoned on the side. And with that, we're going to take a pause real quick. And
I don't like this.
Spell Korkin for us, please, in the text.
Kourkun. Korkun? I don't know.
It's your call.
Good deal.
Korkin. I like Korkin.
All right, I updated the notes.
Yep. And with that, we're going to take a little pause real quick as I go put a small child to sleep.
All right.
I'm so afraid.
Shall we jump back in?
I don't want to.
Do it.
I mean, okay.
So I have an important question for Ellie and Zarko.
Okay.
Well, 2 questions. One, as you're escaping this hangar bay,
Yes.
where would you be going? And do you want to RP that out?
So Ellie, I would like to tell you that I am most familiar with the Outer Rim. Actually, I've done quite a bit of research and spent most of my time off of Coruscant has been in the Outer Rim. And I do know that there are many places out there that are a good place to lay low, which is probably what we need to do now, considering that I'm pretty sure we just stole a ship from one of the most dangerous people in the galaxy, which I don't know how I feel about right now. So get back to me on that. But so what do you say? Outer Rim? How does that sound?
Yes. Yes. I think there are quite a few planets that maybe we should avoid, as I've heard that, my family has presence there and definitely has contacts, so stay away from them.
Okay, that's good to know. So let's...
any of them that don't have black sun, sure.
Fantastic.
And to be fair, you did take this contract, and I did say that I was leaving, so... you did know, okay? I don't know. And I sig back, and I just do this in the co-pilot's chair, and I'm just slouching
Hey! It's gonna be all right. Look, we got our own ship.
Mm-hmm.
We're out in space.
Mm-hmm.
It's gonna be an adventure.
Uh-huh.
All right, so let's see. So I would like to rack my brain, perhaps even make a Outer Rim knowledge to sort of start listing off planets that I might be familiar with.
Sure. Let me just pull out my map. Yeah. Go for it. Make a Outer Rim knowledge check.
Let me know when the difficulty is set.
Sure, we'll just call that average because I don't know.
All right. Here we go. How about 3 successes?
Yeah.
Everyone else is knocked prone.
This is something I'm really, I'm pretty good at. All right, I got 3 options for you, Ellie. Let's see.
Oh, we have 3 options.
Well, I don't know. It was 3 successes, so I figured.
It makes sense to me.
Let's just throw a couple fun ones out there. There's, for lying low and away from black suns, you've got Nar Shaddaa.
Okay, Nar Shaddaa. Wait, is that?
That's the Hut place. That's like the Hut moon.
Right.
Okay.
All right. So, but the Huts aren't much better than Black Sun, but they're not the Black Sun. So that's just one possibility.
Yeah. You could go for the classic Tatooine, off the beaten path again. More huts than anyone else. I
mean, there's Tatooine. It's kind of a desert place. It's sort of I don't know.
And Outer Rim. What else would be?
Very, very deserted.
Is there any specific planet you think would be fun?
I don't have my map up.
Where's Vosk from?
Duro?
Where are you?
I think he's actually from Duros. Oh, where do we meet him? Yeah. I was thinking we did end up meeting him on Socorro.
Yeah.
But that's not where he and I originally met. And honestly, I don't remember where that
We can go for Ryloth, and maybe I can blend in.
Sure. Yeah. So Ryloth, Nar Shaddaa, or Tatooine?
Let's try Ryloth. That sounds the least
Perhaps
dangerous.
I can lay low and blend in a little better than anywhere else. Yes.
Fantastic. Ryloth it is, and I'm gonna start
as you plug that in, you hear a little chirping back through the system. Says, this hyperdrive is not you're gonna have to get this fixed first.
Oh, great. All right. We need to go somewhere closer.
You're gonna have to stay in the system,
right? So I'm just
really
gonna start.
That he's attached in a different room and is yelling this to us.
Yeah, the comm systems.
Yeah, it comes up on the
it just comes on the screen, and basically it's got the tone of what are you doing?
Yeah. So, that's
now we're all just going to be doing R2D2.
Right. Okay. Goodness gracious. Nice. Very nice. Okay. Great. The hyperdrive doesn't work. Now what are we going to do? All right. Hopefully,
I don't know anything about the ships besides flying, and I cannot actually pilot them, so I don't know.
Okay, I'm gonna have a conversation with this astromech. Give me a moment.
Okay.
So I'm gonna walk back to the astromech, and I'm gonna say as nicely and politely as I can. I'm gonna say, What do we call you? Do you have a call sign? What do you like, R4MA or something? What's your name here? Anyway, look, do you know?
Yeah, there's R4D1.
All right, R4D1. Listen here. Is there anything we can do to get the hyperdrive working right now, or is it completely kaput?
And a series of annoyed whistles. Like basically, the message across it is like if you had eyes, you'd know like there's pieces missing from it. Like,
Oof.
Great.
How many credits did you say you brought with you?
About 2,500.
All right. we might need more than that, but let's see what we can do. Are we going to be able to? Oh God, we got to stay in the system, so we have to stay on Coruscant. Then I can't imagine getting this fixed if we can't jump anywhere.
It's a big city planet.
Do I know of any burned contacts like that my dad specifically said we're never going here again?
Ooh,
sure.
That's a good one.
Yeah, I'd say absolutely. Who's the burn contact?
Like a mechanic or repairman that did really shoddy work.
Yeah.
Like, and by really shoddy, I mean like decently fine, but my dad had high standards and a ton, like an NDR or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or NDA.
How about we call him Vaso Drell?
Deal. And so like just someone my dad doesn't want anything to do with ever again.
Yeah.
And just be like, okay, my dad never wanted to talk to this guy again, so maybe he'll be on our side if I say that I also never really want to see my dad again. So, maybe we can go try and see this guy. He's on the other side of the planet, so...
Fantastic. Here we go.
That way.
It's a start.
So
we gotta get some help.
You guys are able to... Give me just a second.
Sure.
Quick, gotta name this NPC?
Yeah, Vaso Drell.
Fantastic.
It feels like he's a Toydarian because why not?
Yeah.
Sure.
Yeah.
And mind tricks don't work on me.
I don't know I have them yet. It's fine.
Yeah, so you land and I imagine this guy it's sort of like got a chop shop feel. But as you
it's one of the darker areas of Coruscant.
As you kind of land, as you guys land your ship, who's going to take the lead on this conversation?
I will.
As you walk down this ramp that you can't
Jump
really get down. You start jumping on it. Zarko comes and joins you.
Hey, wait a minute. That was working when we got on the ship. What the heck? I imagine I get on it, and all of a sudden it's like when we're both standing on it.
Yep, and it lowers.
It's like I jumped. I'm like, yeah, I got it to work, and then I turn around and he's standing on it. I'm like, oh.
That's weird.
This Toydarian kind of flies out. He's really mechanic, like apron, lots of oil and everything on him. Oh no! What are you doing here?
Don't panic! Don't panic! I'm not with my father. I'm not from my father, I promise. Things are a little bit sticky right now. And I know that my father and you don't get along, but right now neither do my father and I.
Yeah, he tried to ruin my reputation.
Same side?
He kind of mulls it over. Looks around. Looks at the ship. And says, those look fresh.
Yeah, they were. And we're looking for parts to fix our hyperdrive, right? Zarko?
Correct. Can get you a manifest. I think R4D1, our astromech has that for us. We know exactly what we need, but we need to find the pieces. This is an old ship. Did you know that? I mean, it's like it's a relic.
It's like 4,000 years old. Yeah.
It's beautiful, right? But yeah, there's a few things that ain't quite right.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I've worked on it actually. This is a ship that your father.
You worked. This is fantastic news. Please help us.
It's going to cost you.
Of course, we would love to be. We're paying customers.
So if we take on more obligation to this dude in a flashback, how does that work for the future?
I'll probably just add it as something that can come up.
Good deal.
You won't get more points necessarily.
All right.
Well, I mean, maybe you will. We'll talk about it later.
Okay.
We'll talk about it later. Voss gets the obligation. He says, all right. Well, I'll pull the platform in, and I think I've changed voices like 3 times since I started talking as this guy.
All right.
And we'll get you squared away. If you don't have credits, we'll work something else out.
Thank you.
Why don't you all come inside? And as you walk in, you see it's actually a very, very large shop. He brings you to his office, kind of hits some controls, and you see the wall kind of lift up, and the platform that your ship is on kind of just goes into this building, and then it closes. And he's got a bunch of like mech droids that start working it and getting some pieces together. And why don't one of you give me a perception check?
I got 3 greens. What do you got?
1 yellow, 2 green. I'm actually pretty perceptive.
Yeah, you're very good. Go for it.
It's my thing, you know. I'm a scout. I gotta be aware of things.
That's fair.
2 success, 1 threat.
Okay. You notice as he does that, he does something else quickly.
Oh no.
On another console.
Oh no.
Though you're not exactly sure what it was. It's just like a quick couple buttons. And that's what you see.
I'm like I'm gonna like elbow Ellie in the ribs and like do one of those things of like, hey, what's he doing?
I don't know. What is he doing?
You were
I didn't notice?
No, yeah. I mean,
all right.
More than just pushing some buttons. And he flutters down into a chair and spins it towards you and says, "So, let's talk about payment."
Yes.
Yeah, I mean, well, here's the list of parts. Or whatever. We'll say we got it already. Here's the list of parts, and I pull it up on my data pad. It's like, we need this to fix the hyperdrive. Apparently, these pieces are missing, and I didn't actually have time to look through the ship. I'm just kind of guessing that they ain't there.
Yeah, I mean, this was always in his showroom. He would never flew it around anyways. Looks through it. Well, parts and costs, this will be about 6,000 credits.
Oh, that's kind of steep.
That's a lot.
Well, we're in a predicament, so let's work something out.
So we have to, yeah.
Well, what do you propose?
Hands up.
Oh, this day just keeps going from bad to worse.
You, hands on your head now.
But I've been doing that the whole episode.
I assume Zarko like immediately kind of like hands on his, hands kind of down towards.
It's probably more like he does one of those kind of like hangs his head, puts his hand on his hips, like, oh my God, you gotta be kidding me. All right, now what? I turn around slowly.
I said hands up.
Yeah. Who are you?
Doesn't matter who I am. Matters who you are. You're Ono, right? You're the girl?
Do I look like a girl?
Not talking to you.
I'll like turn around, but I'm definitely partially behind Zarko, and just kind of like half be out from behind him and be like,
Is the bounty for both of them, or is it just for Ono?
It's just for Ono.
Okay.
I'm a
Look,
nobody.
there's a just step to the side here. I'm not for you. I'm here for the girl.
Well, she owes me some credits. We're sort of a package deal at the moment, I think.
How many credits?
"Are you trying to do the real
Okay,
math, or are you trying to get
so
more money?" From
internal dialogue. Since we've already established that Zarko's sort of a shoot first, ask questions later kind of dude, I'm trying to determine if I should see if I could pop one off, but this is where that goes really badly. Oh my. Yeah, I think that's kind of where this starts, probably.
So Kane will take another step forward. I'm not going to tell you again. Step aside, or I'll drop you.
Where did you come from?
Doesn't matter.
So
You don't
I'm
get
gonna-
to ask the
does.
questions.
Yeah,
The men
so
with the gun ask the questions.
I'm going to try to do my quick draw. And
Damn.
it's going to be stun. It'll be, I'm not trying to kill this dude because I don't really know him. I don't-
And because he's kind of important for the future timeline.
right. We'll assume that, Zarko hasn't gotten to that level yet. But definitely, I think this is his MO.
Why don't you all roll initiative?
All
They're
right.
party fighting.
I'm gonna say Ellie and Zarko are gonna roll. Cool is when you
Are not ready.
are not
Cool
ready.
is if
Oh, no, sorry,
prepared.
cool
is when you're ready.
Vigilance is
So
if
I
you're
was-
unexpected.
So Kane will roll cool, and then the other two will roll vigilance.
All right, here we go. 2 success and 1 advantage. Of course,
Ooh.
Kane gets 3 success and 1 advantage.
Hey, I got 2
I
success
tied
and 1
with-
advantage.
Yeah.
All right.
Dang it.
Oh no.
Does your quick draw let you go before?
I
How does
need
that-
to check.
how does that actually work?
That's pause while I investigate.
This is Niffer, not Ono.
So,
Ono's like this.
when performing a
Ono's
combat
like
check
down
to-
here, like ghost hands upping. Like she's not committed to it yet. Like
Yeah.
she's thinking about surrendering, but she's not yet.
Oh, okay. So it's this. It's when performing a combat check during combat, the character adds 1 boost die per rank of Quick Strike to combat checks against any target that has not yet acted in the encounter.
Okay.
So,
So
I'm trying to do that, but
I
it's-
think narratively with your story it makes sense though. I can see Zarko starting to go and Kane already having the drop, just being like,
right. Yeah, totally.
Awesome. So I'm up first then.
Yep.
Are we engaged? Would you say we're in engaged range?
I mean, we just met, but like, if
so
you want
imagine-
to-
I would
leave that-
imagine.
I'm going to leave that up to you, Kane, for how close you would have gotten to them.
I did step in towards them, so I think I'm like not at arm's length, but I'm.
So maybe short range.
Yeah.
Not quite.
Yeah.
Shorter medium was my guess. I mean, like across the hangar or something like that.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna try to stun Zarko then.
Yeah, and I imagine that the thing was that Zarko had his. I can't really do it on this screen, but I imagine his hands were up, but they were real low.
Yeah.
Like palms out, but real close to his waist.
Yeah.
So you probably see him like do the thing where he tries to flip his trench coat back and grab his blaster, and you're just ready for it.
My set.
Yep.
right.
You're at close range. We decided.
Yeah, short.
Okay.
Ready? No.
Yep. It's ready. Sorry.
Okay. No, you're good. And it is. Did it roll? Oh, well. Oh, input value. Am I supposed to put something there? I've never had that before.
Oh,
I think because I tried using his fancy thing. I'm just gonna roll it like I'm supposed to here.
I was having trouble using the token action. Totally fitting. Totally fitting. I absolutely love it.
I'm so sorry.
For the audience,
afraid.
would you like to tell us what you got there, Kane?
I got 2 success. Threat.
Yep.
What is that? Yeah, and the
Yes.
triumph.
Yep.
Okay, but perfect comment from chat right now. It says, I know I can count on you not to die because I've already tried to kill you and couldn't. Like, that is definitely the best. Why
That
do you
is-
rely on them so much? Because I've tried to kill them and I can't.
So I think with my triumph, I think I want to. So
Is it on stun?
It was on stun.
So that means I'm taking 11 stun damage, correct?
Which goes on your strain.
Which makes sense because I'm already at 1 out of 11 strain. So
Oh, so that's going to knock you out?
I'm gonna knock out
Oh,
right
no.
there. Make sure.
For those of you watching, like they literally, like we wrote up this background that like Kane gets the drop on him and knocks out Zarko. Like that was our original narrative before we decided we were going to actually like run this as a one shot.
It's so perfect.
It is
Yeah.
perfect.
I'm so happy.
And then
I'm so afraid.
I think with my triumph, I want to have shot Zarko, and then with my triumph, just with incredible speed, unlike that of a human, just sort of be. I like shoot as I'm bolting towards Ellie.
Nice.
Right.
Okay, I'm good with that.
So I
Well-
guess because the other one's unconscious, it's my turn.
That's amazing.
It's so good.
So you know how mechanics always have like a bunch of those tchotchkes and like stuff on their desk, like the duck theory and like stress balls and stuff. I want to take like a stress ball and I just want to like dunk Kane in the head and just be like, "What was that for? You're not after him. Stop it!" And just like get like really annoyed at him, like because I don't know what else to do, and just be like, "What was that for?"
I'm going to say this. We probably don't need to be in initiative anymore.
Yeah, no.
You guys can just RP Zarko. Zarko's on the ground.
I'm just righteously mad at you right now. It's like, look at what you did. What was that for?
I wanna bat the ball away with a little like squeak. All right, now you're coming with me. We can do this the easy way, or we can do it the hard way, like your friend. Which choice you gonna make?
For now, I'll go with. Seems smarter.
That's probably a good call.
The Toydarian is like, "Hey, Kane, you taking this body?
Yeah. Of course.
Okay, 1 second. And I'm just like, hold up a finger to you and like turn around to the Toydarian and be like, my father burned you. What are you doing?
You can always rebuild some bridges.
Wait.
Kane's an old friend."
Everyone's got a price, sweetie.
Don't call me that. Like just multiple fingers shushing multiple people right now. It's like fine. And I'm just gonna turn around and not talk to him anymore because it didn't work and I'm upset and I will just walk ahead of Kane because I'm gonna go where I want to be held captive, which is my own ship, not his. So I'm gonna go and I'm gonna sit in my own ship.
I guess we're taking this one then. And I'll grab Zarko by the collar and drag him onto the ship.
Okay.
In a power move, though, I'm sitting in the pilot's chair, unlike when Zarko was conscious and I was in the co-pilot's.
I'd like to find the hold and throw Zarko in there.
Yeah, I
Perfect.
think you can do that pretty easily.
Lock him in there for the time being.
As you walk by the hyperdrive, the little droid beeps out and says something along the lines of like, "Hey, it looks like someone's competent here now."
Shooting doesn't mean that you're smart. And I'm just gonna like flick the droid because I'm just mad at everyone. So I'm just gonna like flick the droid head as I walk past.
I meddled. I didn't feel anything.
So I'll drag Zarko into the holding cell and kind of set him down, maybe on the bed, or kind of prop him up against the wall if there's like a cot or something.
Yeah.
It's probably just a cargo hold.
Yeah, it's not like there's not like a cell perhaps, but yeah,
okay.
like a cargo hold, something like that.
Okay, yeah. So I'll just kind of prop him up against some crates
Nice.
and activate the lock.
Perfect.
Joke's on you because the turrets shot that container open. So he'll be out in no time.
And then I'll head back up to the cockpit. Are you sitting in that chair? I assume you know where we're going.
Nowhere because you didn't let us finish buying the pots we needed, but
I don't think we need parts for where we're going. You know who put that bounty on your head, don't you?
Well, I kind of have a suspicion given the events of today.
Yeah. So that's where we're headed.
Why?
So either you can put in the coordinates or I can.
I'm going to reach over and I'm just going to like power down all of the switches that I can, just like without looking, just like
There's an audible sigh as I flick them back up.
You just go back and forth, flipping switches on and off.
just can I have one day?
One day for what?
Not being there?
I gotta get you back as soon as possible. I need those credits.
I mean,
Flicks them back up again.
There's food on the ship for one day. Just, you can hang here or something. I just want one day that isn't his.
What do you mean?
I mean, did you just take the bounty puck and go, or did you actually figure out why there's a bounty on a child's head?
Not really my business to know. I'm in it for the credits.
The man with the credits is my father, and the man with the credits has been orchestrating my entire life, and I've decided maybe I don't want that direction of life.
So you mean to tell me you're the daughter of the head of Black Sun?
I mean, he's not the head. I mean, he tells a lot of people he's the head. He's not actually the head. But he's quite powerful, yes. And I've been next in line to inherit since I was 5 years old, and I don't want to anymore.
Why didn't you just tell him that?
Because he inherited from his father, and he inherited from his father, and just about as long as there's been a Black Sun, there's been an Ono. And you don't just get to say no to my father. And I just like curl up at this point and like bring my knees up. I'm just like, I stop flicking switches.
It's a sad story, kid, but fortunately tears don't pay the bills. Clicks them back on.
How do you pay bills?
The credits.
How do you get credits besides, blackmailing them out of people?
Right now, that's about all I got. Turn the thrusters on. I assume I know what that is.
Yeah. You guys all have a basic understanding of piloting ships.
Do I?
Just not under duress.
I don't have anything under duress.
Yeah, the ship's engines warm up. Over the comm, the voice goes back over. If you bring that ship back after you drop off the kid, I wouldn't mind the original owner not knowing where it went.
You did me a solid. I think I can handle that.
No!
You're a good one, Kane.
It's fine. It's all Voss obligation anyways.
Hey. Well, I mean, before we go back, do you want to see if Dad's shut off my credit card yet?
I think that's a brilliant way to pay for the repairs.
Credit card.
Credit stick? I don't know what we would call it.
Sure.
Yeah, credit stick.
Credit stick?
Yeah.
Because I am part of the family, I do have access to all their accounts.
You have a Black Sun line of credit. You? I find that hard to believe.
I like hold it up because like it's on my person. I haven't cut it up yet.
Let me see that.
Shopping spree? Have a little fun before I have to go home? It's all his money.
At least get the ship fixed.
No, we're gonna buy death sticks. Shut up.
Tell me this. You stole the ship. You ran away from home. What's your plan?
Well, I thought that it would be the least amount of notice if I stole the oldest and most useless ship. And so I could kind of have some time to figure out where I wanted to go. But it turns out that it's the least functioning ship. And so we came here to try and get a hyperdrive so we could leave and get out of here. And go to the outer rim so that we could try a new start.
I like the idea of a new start. Do you understand what you've done, though? Do you know what it's like constantly being on the run?
Honestly, no. I've grown up very, very spoiled and sheltered, and I realize that now, especially because I just got out of a big fight where there were lots of guns and there was lots of alarms and the doors were closing really fast. So no, I don't know what that's like at all.
Yeah.
But maybe it's better than, being part of the mob.
What was the I missed the mechanic's name, I think. Not Voss. Vazo. I'll hit the intercom.
Vazo, not Vosk. The other mechanic we know.
Hey Vazo.
Yeah.
How'd you like to stick it to the old man?
Oh no?
Yeah.
We're all a big fan of that today. I promise. We'll do it together.
We
What are you thinking?
He didn't like you anyways. He still talks smack about you. I'm just going to say.
we got a line on some credits here. Any use you might be able to make of those?
Oh, well, I mean, I can always use more credits. You know that, Kane.
How about you fix this hyperdrive and we don't tell anyone that you have it for a while.
It's quiet on the intercom for a second. Here it is back. And during this conversation, like that platform has kind of shifted back out, and it stops before it like kind of gets set, so it kind of jolts you and starts bringing you back in. You see the thing change.
Yes.
Credits quick, and we'll get you in and out as fast as we can.
Give him the credit chip. Oh no.
Oh, I handed it to you. I thought you still had it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
So I was like,
either way, you guys get it. Zarko, I'm gonna say at some point during this, you come to.
Yeah. You just hear this, like you just hear bang, 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 like dong, 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 dong.
You really locked him in there.
Yeah.
I thought you just dumped him on a bed.
I knew he'd wake up at some point.
All right.
Are we okay to let him out? Or is he going to cause more trouble again?
I don't know. You shot him. I met him about 2 hours ago. So
You know, I gave him a chance to stand down. He tried to shoot.
you know, you've got a point. That's fair.
Well, lucky. Sorry.
I will go to unlock him so that you don't get too trigger happy right away. I'm just gonna like unlock him and just be like, Zarko?
You got rid of him. What? This is what? How did I get up in here? Oh my God, my head.
I can't help with that, but I can help with I got us the pots.
Oh, for the hyperdrive, right?
And another crew member.
Okay. Sure. Oh, I need to lie down. Okay.
Maybe just lie down right now, and I'll finish taking care of it. I promise.
All right. Let me Yeah, sure. When we're ready to take off, I'll be in the bunk.
Okay.
I'll find the captain's quarters, and just go there and fall asleep, or like lay on the cot for a minute.
Yeah. Sorry, I was trying to find strain in here.
Yeah, I don't
See
know
how quick you can recover it, but
technically at the end you can roll. I think, if I remember correctly.
Oh, we have a raid right now.
Hey, thanks for the raid.
What's up?
Woohoo!
Just looking up rules. This is the best part of any game.
I'm pretty certain that you can make a roll, but I forget what you roll.
Yeah.
And we don't have Rob here. He might remember.
Yeah, this is what happens when Robin's.
How about Neophet?
Why did you go to sleep?
Neophet, Jay, you know what?
Anyone in chat, just tell us something that means that we get our pilot back.
You know, I will say, like, repairs.
Oh, way to go, AZA Studio.
Hey, that's awesome. Hey, AZA Studio, we're all new to this. So when you finish combat, what can you roll to recover strain?
Yeah.
We are forgetting.
GM says you get your pilot
I was just about to say.
Thank you.
Yeah. No, I was just about to say the repairs are going to take a day's time.
Or presence. Okay.
That's good, kid.
The repairs take a day, so I'm gonna.
Yeah, the repairs are going to take like 8 to 10 hours, regardless. So I think over that time you would recover your strain, anyways. And so
right.
so once they're done,
I like the idea of Zarko still not knowing that Kane is the new crew member.
Yeah,
I just imagine you've just been you've just been out cold in your cot, like.
Right.
I was aiming for that. Like, I want you to be like, cool, new crew member, awesome, and then you're gonna like in the middle of space walk out and realize, oh no.
Yeah, and so we're gonna tie this into the main story as well. So the Tordarian Vazo, he's pulled the credits and he pulls you aside, Ellie, and says, as a little thanks, and he's gonna give you the total, like, you got your obligation, those starting credits that you started with.
Yeah.
He's gonna give you that sum.
Oh yay. Good.
Just as like a if you're sticking it to your dad, I might as well help.
Sweet.
Really appreciate it. Thank you.
Yeah. Now
Get out and never come back?
exactly.
Okay.
I really hope I never see you again.
Guess same
I
to
mean
you.
that in the best way.
And
Well,
spend wisely. And I just leave him the credit stick.
well, one more thing before we go. This this ship in its current state's a little noticeable. How about a rename?
You don't like the Socorro Sunset?
I mean, it's a little obvious. It's a very distinct ship.
Sure, we can spray that. We can spray that on. Just a minute.
What are we going to name it?
Out of character, we need to change the signature too, but
Yeah.
doesn't mean we have to do it now.
What's your ship, Bono? What do you think? A new start? A new hope? He's completely deadpan.
Okay.
And like the three of us are all like standing outside of it too. Like,
if I could, I would vote that you get inspiration for that.
Sure, you can have inspiration in your next D&D game.
There you go.
Yay.
You're welcome.
So I'd say like the three of us all like go out and we kind of stand and we like look at the name of the ship that says Socorro Sunset, and then we're like, and speaking of, we need to figure out where we're going after this too. There's a lot to figure out. What do we know about that? And I like point to the title because the title is Socorro. And just kind of like, is that?
It's Outer Rim world.
That was kind of where we were in the market for anyways.
They do a lot of ship mods and stuff there.
We could fix this buddy up.
And there's not one ruling cartel there. Everybody's it's kind of a weird truce.
Sound
Huts are
good?
there, the Black Sun are there, the Pikes are there. Imperials even have a little bit of something going on out there.
No offense. That might be a good place to start. No offense, but ship's kind of a piece of crap. We might
Yeah, I was
need a
really
mechanic
hoping,
on board.
I was really hoping that my father would consider it just kind of garbage anyways. And he wouldn't mind if I took it. You know? But
No, I can see that.
I mean, there's not many of these around in the galaxy left. You realize you're piloting like a 4,000-year-old ship.
yes,
So-
I've gotten to hear the story of it a lot.
Yeah, it's
lot.
unique. It's very you just got to give it a little love sometimes.
A little love and a fresh start.
And you got like whatever that droid is connected to the hyperdrive. We couldn't get him out. He's stuck there.
Oh, no.
He's a jerk.
I kind of liked him.
Of course you did.
Okay. Kane is the
Well-
only one that gets along with
So what am I spraying on this thing?
R4D1.
It's,
I'm gonna like take the spray and I'm just gonna like start going for it and kind of like morph a couple of the letters together and just like go for it. And when I've finished, it says Second Sunrise, and that's our ship name now.
That's a good name. I'll change the signature for you, and you guys get out of here.
A new start.
of course. Thank you.
Yeah, and I'll say Ellie and Kane, you walk back on the ship, and Zarko, you see Kane walking in. And also, as you're flying in, you hear over the comm system in a very
Wait, so is that really going to happen? Like they're going to come on?
yeah,
and
they're walking on the ship.
So like the moment that Zarko sees Kane, he's gonna pull his blaster out. He won't take a shot, but it's like, yeah, he's like pulling it.
Yeah, and
I'm like,
Kane,
What are you doing here?
Kane
I'm, like,
also pulls
stepping
his
in front.
rifle.
No, I'm stepping in front. No. Remember I told you we have a new crew? It's going to be okay.
While this
Fresh starts
interaction is
for
happening,
everyone.
the ship is slowly going out.
It's like on autopilot.
Well, no, the platform is
Oh, the
going back out
platform.
of the
I got
garage.
you.
And with Zarko, your guns drawn, you hear over the intercoms a different voice.
Oh,
You're
no.
This is an Imperial inspection. If there is a Kane McAllister, please exit the vehicle with your weapons down.
Is that you?
And
No,
you
you
see,
didn't actually ask what your name was.
and you actually see multiple squadrons of stormtroopers kind of outside of where this platform is going to.
It's okay, because I know where the hiding compartments are in this one.
So Zarko hears that, and he's like, Kane, who's that? Is that you?
I'm just
now
gonna
I'm pointing the gun. I'm doing one of these, like, who's that? Is that you?
Imperial defector TS-943. Please exit the ship with your guns down.
I'm gonna quick turn to look at Kane and be like, fresh start?
Yeah.
Get to the cockpit. And I'm gonna head out the door.
Yeah. Blaster back in the holster, and
I'm pointing Zarko to the cockpit, and I'm pointing Kane to the hidey compartment. So if they search the ship.
I thought we were gonna try to blast off before they.
I mean, we can. We can.
Are we running, or are we gonna let them board? Is there somewhere to hide on this ship?
There's a little one, so I can try and go talk them off and say it's my ship, because it is my ship. I promise.
Yeah, Zarko's already in the cockpit.
Yeah. So I will go to the bottom.
Wait. Before that, so he's still got the gun on Kane. We hear all that stuff on the comm, and he goes, and Ellie's like, cockpit. She says to Zarko. He looks at Kane. He goes, I don't like you. And then he puts his whole gun in the holster, turns and bolts for the cockpit.
Heidi ho. I'm gonna make it to the end of the ramp, and I'm not gonna set foot off the ship so that he can do a takeoff with the ramp on.
Nice.
And I'm gonna just be this is just my ship. This is just my ship. I promise. It's just me and my pilot. His name is not Kane McAllister. He's not whatever you're looking for. This is not the person you're looking for.
These are not the droids you're looking for. Hang on just a second. Just checking something. Where are those things? Why don't you just make a general deception check?
Okay.
And okay. Then we're gonna do that. And we're gonna use one of those.
Okay.
And the pool is SETI.
All right.
Ready. Set and ready.
Ready, SETI.
Hey yo!
All right. Okay.
I have too many I didn't see it.
We have one success. We have 2 threats, but we have 1 triumph.
All right.
Okay. I will say you see the few squadrons kind of had their guns pointed at your ship. You see some larger guns on some speeders as well. And you see them take their weapons off of you and run in to the building.
Sweet. Oh no. Oh well.
And then you hear over the comm, not an Imperial voice, but real quick, you better get out of here. And then shuts it off.
And I'm already doing the pre-start, everything.
Yep. So I'm not going to make you make a piloting check.
I back up. I turn the ramp up. We go.
Yep. So as you see these stormtroopers run in, and Kane, you recognize the voice that has the Imperial voice that has been coming over. You recognize it as your former commander.
I was like, it's your dad?
It could be.
But you guys take off, and you set your course to Socorro.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the 2 of them come back to the cockpit. Zarko just says over his shoulders, "Yeah, we're not done here." And he's just doing the thing and moving dials and stuff.
I have the cockpit chair. I have the co-pilot.
I'll be standing in between the 2 of them.
Yeah.
Power move. Asserting power.
You're gonna want
I'm
to
still
strap
second
in.
in command.
You guys put your nav points in. Yep. You get that light speed stuff, and you enter
And-
hyperspace.
And that's
Hey,
when
what
the-
do you know? It worked. He did it.
And that's
that's-
how the first 3 members of the second sunrise.
I was about to add, and that's when the dog runs out from the bunk that we didn't know it stowed aboard the ship.
I forgot. Yeah, you hear
Yes.
from a little compartment here.
What?
What was that? Did you?
I think that's my
did you
dog.
just fart?
Did you just fart? You hear some scratching.
Yeah, I pull the pillow. It's my space puppy.
So you like start to there's that like rattling and scratching coming from in it, and as you start to pull the panel off, Kane has his gun pointed right at like inches from the puppy as the panel moves.
I love it.
It's just a dog. Slings it back.
Perfect.
This is my dog. How did this dog get on board? How did this dog make it this long? Oh boy.
There's like as you look in there, you see that there's like a torn open bag of dog food in there.
There's a guilty series of beeps. No, there's a guilty series of beeps and squirrels from the astromech.
Yeah, the one person that the astromech likes is the dog. Oh.
Yeah, you see across that. You better take care of this dog or else I'm shutting the ship down.
Nice.
Oh.
Man.
So yeah, everybody, thanks for joining in. Again, I'm Steven, your Space Dungeon Master, at the _bad DM on Twitter. Also the DM of the Not Quite Heroes podcast and the up and coming Nothing's Released except the Twitter handle, Fae Forge Academy.
Yeah. Hyped.
Hype.
Yeah, nerd stuff.
There.
Those are both D&D things. They're not space things, but I guess you can do D&D in space. But anyways, I'm going to shut up.
It.
Niffer.
I'm Niffer Niff, and I'm basically only ever doing stuff for Tabletop Galaxy. So table talk and a bunch of fun Twitter stuff. I am, the nonsense poster for the Twitter. So yeah, that's what I got.
Okay.
And I was they're very panicked. Pushing it down.
Greg.
Oh yeah.
Gregory.
Oh sorry. Everyone
Gregory.
do the
Alright.
Niffer.
Are we? I hope the stream is not frozen because it kind of looks like it might be.
That's okay.
It does look frozen.
I'm sorry, y'all.
It
Oh
is.
sweet.
Oh well.
Can you still hear us though?
Hopefully y'all can hear us.
All right, then keep talking. We got this.
Yeah.
So hey, I'm Gregory, and I've been playing Zarko Cruz, and yeah, you can find me at Gregory Festo on the Twitters. I'm looking for the Discord link as we speak. So,
Oh yeah, I can work on that too.
And I'm Nick. I've been playing Kane. I'm a member of Roll Initiative. You can find us at Initiative Roll. Or if you caught the beginning, I have my own Twitter now at Lizard King Nick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The king of the lizards.
And shout out to our missing player, Seal, at One Crit
Seal.
Wonder, because he's great, even if he was not present tonight.
Everyone pour one out for Seal.
This
one out.
stream, this stream would not happen without him.
And
was
this
all
stream
his-
was a hot mess without him, so it's proof that we really need him.
Yeah. And yeah, you can catch, we're actually running concurrent campaigns with this crew, the crew of the Second Sunrise, and then the other group is the crew of the Halcyon Days, kind of both working towards similar goals, but working against each other in some ways. And they should be up again next Tuesday at a time that you can probably find on Twitter. I don't remember. And we will be up again in 2 weeks on
I believe
Wednesday.
it's 10 p.m. Eastern, and that is what? So
Yes.
7
it
p.m.
is.
Pacific.
8 Central.
Time
Yes.
zones are not our forte. We're
Yeah.
going to make a banner for Twitter and for the Twitch so that everybody can just read it and not have to ask ever again. That is in our direct plans. Okay?
And,
It's going
and
to be
now
great.
now there's this silly daylight savings time garbage.
Yeah, get out of here, Arizona.
Hey, I think I got the video
We're back.
working again.
Hey.
Hey,
We're back.
Sorry about
Everyone
the
make a
frozen
face.
screen.
Well, thanks for fixing that, Gregory. With that,
You're right.
with fixing the stream. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for hanging out. And we will see you next time somewhere in space in a galaxy.
Thank you,
far,
Space
far
DM.
away.
That was
Yeah.
amazing.
That was
Thank
fun.
you.
You guys
This
are
is
awesome.
so stressful, but so good.
Yep. Mwah, all you people in the stream.
Bye.